Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining this live video this evening. I'm using this moment to wish all the Muslim faithfuls here happy Eid Mubarak. Uh, you shall live to witness more on earth. So, if you are a Muslim here on the channel, I'm using this moment to wish you happy Eid Mubarak. If you are joining this live video this evening, congratulations, because we want to share this evening a very important spiritual tip, and as well I will be discussing with you some lectures, some deep spiritual lectures. Just like I promised in my last video, that these days I'm going to be talking more on spiritual challenges, what could be causing why you are stagnant, why you are in one spot, you are not moving ahead. So we're going to be discussing, we are going to be going deeply into the root of what could be causing problems to humans. A lot of people are complaining, and today's discussion, today's lecture is very important to the extent that 70% of people looking for spiritual solution are experiencing this problem. Because as you can see in the title of this live video, we are talking about, we are going to be discussing about spiritual hatred. Yes, spiritual hatred. And I've said it, I think that was last year. I said spiritual hatred is one of the biggest spiritual problem. Like when you are having hatred, they put that evil marks on you. So no matter where you go, you will just get hated. You will go for job interview, they will not pick you. You where they are picking people, they will not pick you. Where they are when you go for any registration, you go for job interview, you go for some job applications, you will not get picked. So anything that involves success, you are always getting rejected. It is a very big spiritual problem. And I have a very recent instances of one of my clients, which is the reason I'm making this video. Someone contacted me recently, and it is a big issue which we are going to be talking here today. And we are going to be talking some part which has to do with religion, some part of this problem which is caused by religion, or let me say by religious leaders. We are going to be talking about it as per the person's case. But today now we are going to be talking what we are going to be discussing, what are the signs you are going to see to know that you have a spiritual hatred in your body. Like what are you going to be noticing to realize that, oh, I truly have a spiritual hatred in my body. uh Uh, okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live video. Yeah, yes, you will still watch this live video. Someone is saying he's at work. Don't worry, I will reshare the video on my channel so that you can rewatch. So this spiritual hatred is one of the problems. Some people are not getting promotions. They have been at work for a very long time, and the people that met them there are getting promotion because people just hate them for no reason. So if you're having, that's why I said having this hatred in your body is one of the biggest spiritual and most underrated spiritual problem. It is one of the most underrated spiritual problem, and it is very big because people don't just count it. And I will be talking one real life story which will make you realize that this spiritual hatred is something you should not play with, it's something you should not joke with. If you are experiencing this thing I'm going to be mentioning in my video today, this evening, this will tell you that it is time to really look for solution. So, and just like I said it at the beginning of the video, having hatred, let's start from what it will cause to you when you are having these spiritual problems in your body. Number one is people can be mistaking you for what you are not. Yes. So people will say, what does this mean? It means that this instance I'm giving you has to do with someone here. She's one of my subscribers, and the person was sharing a very bitter experience with me, which made me promise to release this video. Although there are some professional ways we solve this kind of problem, but also if you can do this tip I want to give you this evening, and you are facing that challenge, it will help you get rid of that problem. So this person was saying that is our kid have gone for for check-ins, or went to go and meet a pastor, a particular pastor, and the pastor was telling the kid that the mother is a witch, which made me say that we are going to be talking about real life experience. This thing I'm saying here is a real life experience of someone here. So the children went for some check-ins, and by wrong check-ins, or because of this current generation now, there's a lot of problems being caused by religious leaders, and because of not understanding what spirituality means, a lot of people have been confused. I said it in my last video that some people will say your mother is a witch, your father is a witch, your village people. All those kind of things are due to how some people can interpret some spiritual problems. A lot of people cannot interpret some petty problems, and thereby just justify every problem with a single thing. Like, okay, everything is caused by a witch, everything is caused by a wizard, everything is by village people. These are one of the common things they used to say. And this person was having this problem. The children went for, they want to get married, and they say they are having some delay in their marriage and some kind of things like that. And then they thereby told them that the mother is a witch, like they should stay away from her, like she's a bad person. And meanwhile, this person has nothing of such, has no sign. Like, when you are telling you are a witch, you are something, it's not about being biased or just saying because the person contacted me. There's no way you will have some craft, some like a witch or whatever craft in you, that you will not know. Although there is a way that your spirit can be manipulated in a way that it will be working against you. I said it in one of my videos that some people may dream and see you chasing them with cutlass. Meanwhile, you have no bad intention about the person. But because they want to turn you against that person, they make you appear as a bad person in the presence of that your friend or a relative, so that the person will see you in a dream or in any whatever means and just conclude that you are a bad person. This way, if you go to someone who has low knowledge of spiritual interpretation, they will just conclude that without checking anything, without doing anything, they will just conclude that that person is a witch, that the person you saw. So just based on what the person narrated, spiritual checking is not done by the the narrations or whatever. Now, what made me share this story is that I'm going to tell you what made me share this real life experience and story. So now the lady, the woman was complaining that how is she going to do it when they turn her own kids against her. And this is what made me make this video this evening. You see, I said it that having hatred, spiritual hatred, can be put in your body in a, apart from people seeing you in dream chasing them with cutlass or with that person. You can be having a physically that way, no matter where you go, they are doing them in their village, they will move from a particular geographical location to another place. Meanwhile, they will still be having that experiences because the evil mark has been placed on them. The evil marks have been placed on them, and no matter where they go, they will keep having the same issue. Even if you move from Nigeria to Australia to anywhere in the world, so far you are having the marks on you, there's no way you will escape it. You always be being rejected, being hated for no reason. You understand? So this woman, when she was sharing this life experience, thank you for joining this live video. Please, if you are watching now, please make sure you are liking this live video so that it can be recommended for others. Okay, it can be recommended to others. Now, this woman was sharing the experience bitterly because of what was being told to the children, and most of the time it's not the fault of this religious leader or the children. We can say categorically that the hatred was put on the woman purposely to turn the children against her, because this is how things work. Like, that's why I say spiritual hatred is one of the most underrated spiritual to do that. Will always mean the hatred they put on her to make the children turn against her. So now The fault is not with the religious leader. This is what I want you to get, because some people will say, okay, maybe some pastors, some imam, or some priest, or some native doctor are bad person. They don't understand. No, it's not always sometimes their fault. Now let me explain. The problem may be the person consulting them, or what is being consulted on. The reason being that if a person is having a spiritual hatred in his or her body, this evil mark is he or she is having it. No matter where they go, they will be seeing bad things about her. They will say she's a witch, because she will be appearing in that check-in. Like now, when you go and check about your relative, someone who is good, and then when this person is having this evil marks on him or her, if you go and check about that person, probably you might find out the person is a witch. It will appear. I'm telling you, as a spiritualist. So sometimes it's not based on how the person appears. If someone does not have a deep spiritual knowledge, it will make them just diagnose some problem as, okay, this is how it appears. Meanwhile, it is not. So if you are having these evil marks on you, and it is not being taken care of on time, you see, I want to check about relationship class, because it will make you always appear as a bad person, as an evil. The future will not be bright at all, no matter what you have in that future. That can be like, now, for example, a woman, you as a woman, you are going for a check-in to know if you are compatible with someone. And now, thereby, you go for a check-in or something, and you are being told that this person has no bright future, and the person is will eventually have a spiritual problem, some kind of stuff like that. This will make you conclude that this person is having problem. Meanwhile, they are not. The real problem is the evil mark that is being placed on them, which makes them appear as a bad person, no matter where they go, or where they go. So that's why you see them going for job application, everything they do will not always end up being successful, because of this thing they have placed on them. Thank you for joining the live video. If you are enjoying this lecture, please make sure you are liking the video. Now, we are going to be talking how you can cleanse yourself if this evil marks is placed on you, or you notice this kind of things. And what are you going to be noticing to tell you that you are having these evil marks on you? Is that you may go something that is people are getting this year may be getting difficult for you, like anything that has to do with competitions, or something that has to do with people that is always yours, that's getting being rejected, always getting hated problems. I'm not saying categorically that you are having the issue, but if you are seeing these signs I'm mentioning, please go for checking, or go make sure you practice this. Even if without checking yourself first, you can practice this to see changes in your life. Now we are going to be discussing what to do in case you find yourself in this scenario whereby you are being hated, being rejected for no reason. What we are going to do. And that was the case about the woman. Thank you for joining this live video. If you are watching now, please make sure you are liking the video so that it can be recommended to others. So that's the first one of the major problems there. So now, what are the causes? Because some people will say, what are the causes of having these evil marks? What can cause it? The first thing is, it can be placed on you by evil people, or by wicked people, or by someone using it to punish you. So because if they now, it is one of the easiest thing that can be carted into your life easily. Because if someone can get you, if they can kill you, if they can destroy you that easily, they can easily place this hatred on you. So if you are such a person that is very weak spiritually, you don't have any shield spiritually, can be placed on you. That's the first thing. Second, another thing that could cause you being hated or having these evil marks is if you have a spiritual problems untreated. For those of you that are eating in the dream, sleeping with a woman on the dream, and you don't count it, you just say it's a normal thing. Some people will even take it as joke and say, oh, maybe it is what they are thinking about. It is something the food they are what they are admiring that they are seeing in the dream. It is not like that. So if you have a spiritual problem that has stayed in your body, most especially people that eat in the dream a lot, if you have this problem staying in your body for a very long time, it could either result into having unknown issues, unknown health issues, or maybe having issues with this hatred. Yes, it normally leads to hatred. If it has stayed in your body for a long time, you have been eating the dream for a long time, and it is not being solved, nothing is done on it, it will eventually lead to the hatred you will always get it, no matter where you go. Even if you wash yourself with the whole the every soap of this world, if you don't remove it, if it is not being worked on, it will keep having leading to one issue, from one issue to another. It is somehow like a medical issue. When you are having a particular medical problem and you are not treating it, you know it will eventually lead to something very serious. So that's exactly some of these spiritual problems too. If you are not treating a particular spiritual problems, thinking it is ordinary, it may eventually lead to something very serious that may be hard to solve. Now, we are going to be this the reason I'm making this first the lecture is that the tip is not something very stressful to get. In fact, it is very simple. It is very simple. You will know my sharing tips alone. If I just come online and say go and do this, go and do that, without letting you know what's the root of your problem, what's the cause, what is the major cause of this problem, is it just there naturally? Because you can't solve a problem you are not aware of, like problem you didn't know the root, you can't solve, there's no way you will solve it. So without knowing the root of your problem, watching videos like this, you may, or you always end up doing every random work on the internet, doing this, doing that, without no tangible solutions. Now you are going to buy an egg, go and get an egg. No, actually we normally use this white egg for a tips like this. For any tip like this, we use this native egg. So go and get this native egg if you can find it. But if you can't find it, you can use any egg. It will still work. So far that they provide a bed in it. I'm not talking about the bed they make artificially these days, because I watched a video on the internet whereby some kind of factory in there's some Chinese factory are making, watch that video. So I'm not talking about that egg. Make sure you get something very confirmed. If you can get this a white egg like this, go and buy the one that this normal egg they sell at the market. Buy it. So, but if you can get this, and then this is perfect, something perfect. So, and this egg too, if you buy it, buy the one that is neat, because some might have been uh, for there for years and it is not useful. Let me show you how to know. Now, if you get a flashlight and put it on the egg, you can see the other side of the egg. You will see something, you can see some content of the, like it will be transparenting. The egg will be transparent. This will tell you that this egg is neat and it can be used for this kind of spiritual work. But some people, they will just go and buy native egg thinking that it is white. Not every white egg is useful. So far it has been stored for a long time, it will lose its power and value. So when you get the egg, and then you will go and get you get a spoon of salt. In my last video, I was discussing about some spiritual items to stop using if you want to that may be affecting you if you use in excess, or if you are using it regularly and it is not aligned, it does not align with your spiritual way or your spiritual personality. Some people misquoted that particular video. They were asking me, are you saying categorically or literally we should stop using salt? No, don't misquote. That's why I say a lot of you don't watch videos from the beginning to the end. You just jump from any minute. You ask their spiritual identity and what align with them. So if you are using something wrong, you'll be destroying more than repair. That's what I said in that video. I didn't say that salt or cinnamon, all those ingredients they are using, because a lot of questions have received it. And I said it in that video that that video will actually cause a lot of controversy, and it actually did, because a lot of people were there. Are you saying we should not use cinnamon? Are you saying all this garlic they are posting about, is he using them? What problem has they solved? Because it's not part of what is here. It cannot solve our problem. That's what I'm saying. And apart from that, everyone has what work with them. Don't use someone else's problem to judge your own. That's what I was saying. For people that will be saying, are you saying no? I didn't say it can work. Just do whatever pays you or whatever works with you. But if you have been doing all of this and not what is indigenous and native to us, instead of using, that's what I was saying in the video. And check yourself to see if all these things align with you. Because one of the biggest problem is if you are using something that is against your ori, and this is how you are going to do it. So in the night before you sleep, to do it at night. A lot of people, someone asked me in the last video that why is it that always at night, something like that. I will tell you in my next video or do in the morning. Not every spiritual work you see, they have a particular, every spiritual work has particular time and date you should be practicing them. So we've not talked about the date, but maybe in my next video or next lecture, I will be discussing which date and date is good to be making spiritual work for money, for protection, for enemies. Each and every day has what is aligned with them. Yes, in Africa, each and every day has their significant meaning. We don't just pick a day. For people that want to get married, that is why if you want to get married in Africa, an African parent, a typical African parent will say, let something you are not supposed to do in a particular day. That's why to backfire, you get a very serious problem. And that is why for people that have bought spiritual items from me in the past, you will see that when there are some particular soap you might get, I will tell you don't bath it on Wednesday. Those spiritual work are meant to be using every day. You understand? Just saying it is part of lectures we will still be discussing. Now, without wasting much of our time, when you get this egg, just rub it from your head. Any evil marks, no matter where they put it in your body, make sure you rub it there. He said, don't let it break in your room. Oh, that is it. You should hold it very well as you are rubbing it and not let it break. Because if it breaks, that's another issue. So you have to do it again if it breaks. But it is not good to let it break. So you rub the head from your head to the toe, praying basically on the hatred and if any evil mark that has been placed on you, right from childhood or the one you are noticing recently. After praying about this hatred, then find a nylon or something like a nylon or something to hold the egg and place it in an handkerchief or place it somewhere. Now this is how you are going to do it. So you are going to take the egg outside, go and break it at the junction. For people that lives in Nigeria, if you lives in Nigeria, you can find any junction, go and throw the egg at the junction or a road where people pass by. Nothing bad will happen to anyone that pass by the road. I'm just saying this is how you're going to do it. Go and throw the egg outside. Go make sure the egg breaks. Throw the egg in a way that you can throw it in a dustbin that will be taken away from your home. Rubbing it from your head like that must not stay 3 days in your home without throwing it away. So after rubbing it, go and throw it at the junction, break it once and be going home. Don't look back. But if you don't have junctions or you live in a kind of this house that always, like an estate, or just find that a gutter or a place that can be broken into. But if you are to the extent like people that live in some kind of home, like story buildings, like you are on the ninth floor, fourth floor, and you wash it away, toilet base. So you throw it in there and wash it away. So, but the best way is to go and throw it in the junction or anywhere outside. So, but you can still wash it away down to the soak away or to the what's it called. So now after doing it like that, instantly, now listen, this is where I need your attention. The salt, you are going to place this mark on the salt. So this I tell you get a spoon of salt, a spoonful of salt. Let me see if I can get a pen here. I want to show you the mark you will put on. You must use the salt. Now this is the sign. I'm going to watch this. Watch this. They call this clearly. It's known as, okay, see the sign. You will use your finger to make this sign on the salt. You see this sign? It is called a Jiogbe. In Yoruba, for people that understand Yoruba, you will use the middle or tip of your finger to make a sign on that salt. Using the tip of your finger to make that sign called a Jiogbe on that salt. You make this sign. You can see it is a salt on a paper, on a plain white paper, and make this sign on it. Then go and pour that particular night after throwing the egg, or put it anywhere you want to put it. Go and pour this salt. You pray to this salt after putting these signs on it. You pray to it, then go and put it into a bucket of water in your bedroom. Go and put it into a bucket of water. After making these signs called the Jogbe, watch it clearly. Make sure you can see that. So you use your finger to make the tip of your finger to make this sign on the salt and pray to it regarding hatred and evil marks. So now you can use any salt in a bucket of water. Then make sure you use that water to rinse your body, to wash your body. You can use it with soap. You may use it ordinarily Just make sure any day you rub the egg, it must not be done the second day, like you rub the egg today and use the salt the following day. No, it won't work. Now, if you have done that, if you rub the egg, as soon as you get back in your room or into your bedroom, make sure you do this instantly and put this bucket of water to bath to rinse your body. So with the salt. And but if you do have allergic, if you're allergic to salt using, that's one of what I said in my last video. Don't even bother doing it. So you just go and watch the one I've shared in the past or wait for another one. If you are allergic to using salt, I said not everyone uh, must be using salt. I mentioned some kind of category of people that shouldn't be using salt in my last video. Go and watch it. So if you are not allergic to it, not everyone know. So I mentioned it in my last video, but people knowing for the first time I'm a twin and there's a particular thing a twin must not use for his spiritual work in Africa. So after putting this sign, go and bath with the soap. I mean with the water, with any soap or just ordinarily, go and sleep. If you do that, I'm very sure if you have gone for a job interview in recent times and they have not called you, they will surely call you back that time. Or if you are being hated, if you wake up, you will wake up to people being loved, people greeting you in your compound. A lot of people will just change towards you instantly if you do it the same way I do it, and you will not experience that hatred again. Mind you, if you if you use this and maybe along the line again you start noticing the problem again, repeat it. You understand? Repeat it, because I said it one time like that, that each and every time humans may attempts to fall into problem, maybe by mistake we do or by something we eat and stuff like that. But if not in a very serious, being surrounded by serious something like that, you should not be experiencing that thing again. And even if you are experiencing it, if you are being surrounded by serious permanently, you will not even experience it again. So you, if you're doing another one, evil marks will be removed from your body permanently. So if you do this, I want people that will do this and come and testify. If you do this and it's work for you, make sure you come back here for testimony and make sure you share this video with friends and family. If you are watching this now, make sure you like this live video so that it can be recommended today. If you are watching for the first time, make sure you subscribe and you comment. You comment, they are very important. Comment your opinions, what you have to say, and you can ask your question before I will be ending this live video. Ask a question that is bothering your mind regarding maybe this tip or anything you would like us to answer quickly before I will be ending the live video. So if there's no question, then I should end this live video, then call it a night. It's the Muslim faithfuls here. Wish you more of it on earth. Everything. Pool, yes, a pool in my. So because of the so but that one of the most voted spiritual work in that tab will be shared this ritualist. If I may your day. Next time I will be sharing another one. Remain blessed. No question, then I should be ending this live video. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for minute. Let me end the to watch it later, okay? So let's end the live video so that others can watch what we've discussed. Okay. Thank you, and have a good night. Okay.